The grid is set for the race around Suzuka in Formula 1 eSport. Welcome to the race. And Ferrari driver and UR2D2 champion will have the honor to start it on pole position. Fede F1 put a Williams onto the front row late in the session. Then it was Matt qualifying in P3, just 200ths of a second ahead of the VCARB of Pigeon. Elcrack joins the grid as well in the second Ferrari. LeBronzel 14, also known as Alonso 33, lines up in 6th in the other VCARB. Then Pedo 95 first up the two Jaguars today in 7th position. A reigning champion F1 fan is going to start the race down in 8th position after he left qualifying early on. And on the final row of the grid, we're going to see Sam make his debut for Haas alongside Russell 63. The Suzuka circuit is a high-speed, challenging one. Also in the game, moves have to be planned very strategically, but they are possible. Overtaking spots are turn 1, turn 11, Spoon Corner, turn 13, 130R, and of course the Casio Triangle chicane before the end of the lap. Soft tires are going to last 8 to 12 laps, the mediums 10 to 14, and the hards 13 to 17. It is round 3. We are at Suzuka. And we are at the 5 red lights, which now go out. Kato and Fede F1 go into the first 2 corners together, but Matt also wants to have a say already, and Pigeon makes it up into 2nd place in all of that. 2nd position for him, medium tires for Pigeon and Matt. Fede is back to 4th position as they go underneath the bridge and into the hairpin for the first time. Kato is gone. Pigeon and Matt are battling for P3. Fede tries an audacious move around the outside of Spoon but doesn't get it. And now it's a Ferrari 1-2. Elcrack slipping past. This allows perfect teamwork for the Scuderia, and now F1 fan has to play some catch up in these first few laps. He's being surrounded by both Haases. Sam has had a nice start, not so much. Russell, Pedal, and yeah, LeBronzel as well. There is medium damage in this league. The drivers are a bit worried. The rain is now also coming around for the first time already. This might be a very chaotic one still. Safety car is waiting at all times. Thanks to Nickel once again for doing that job. As we put on full wets, Pedro is trying something different, as is F1 fan. F1 fan's also gone back to 8th position again. So yeah, he still does have to do some gambling. Oh, and weird wheel between Pigeon and Matt. Nice switchback move by the Frenchman to get up into the podium places for now. But now we go up the hill towards 130. Is Pigeon gonna strike back? No. Rain decreasing a little bit, but it will still be very wet for quite some time. Fede is in P5. Then we got Sam defending from F1 fan. Intermediates for the driver from Romania. That is F1 fan. Oh, and Pedro with some mistake, or maybe he's backing off because I saw him lag. And Pigeon just bluffing a move maybe down the main straight. But he is following the Haas for now, maybe into the hairpin again. He did have a little look on the exit of Degner 2. Matt taking too tight of a line, maybe clipping some grass there, and Pigeon goes round the outside and takes the inside line in that long kink. And second and 3rd place as well. That's quite a big gap right now to Sam, Fede and F1 fan, who are battling for 5th. Fede having to defend. Sam goes through for now in the S's, but no, Fede out of turn 7 still keeps it. Then F1 fan goes down the inside. Many moves being made at the hairpin in these opening laps, and now here is also Alonso passing Sam. So they all seem quite competitive. And yeah, the rookie immediately fighting back. Flat out through turn 1. already lifting off maybe, turning in there for turn 2. It looks controlled, also in the rain for Ferrari. 1.2 seconds, the gap could be more between the experienced race-winning driver, almost also winning the race at Australia, and the rookie, at least in this league. Then it's Matt and Pigeon, and then it's the big bunch of cars, which Sam is also now trailing again. Oh, there's a bit of lag for everybody. Sam round the outside of F1 fan, maybe also passing Alonso at Spoon. Alonso keeps the traction around the outside, but even more important in the rain. And Sam still keeps his nose in though. Into turn 2 we go. The next corner is going to be to the inside of Alonso. And then it's just a big mess after the S's, and you just have to survive if you go wheel to wheel with another driver through there. And that's why there are no changes in position at the end. F1 fan manages to get the power down out of Spoon on the inside and goes past Sam, maybe also past Alonso, as they now split up though. F1 fan decides to stay out. It will dry up over the course of lap 10. Kato is headed towards the pit lane. It's gonna look pretty nice for him. Just a few corners in the dry, and Pigeon has retired once again. Wow, yeah, I didn't even mention him for these last few laps, but I didn't notice. And it seems like his device is really having problems, because he is quite motivated at the moment. It's surely not a lack of motivation. Again, no idea. So 1 DNF out of 2 has already occurred. Just 9 drivers left in this race, so the chance of a second one is not the highest it could be. But it is a long race, and the safety car could come out. Sam goes into the grass on the exit of turn 2, and that's why Alonso goes past again, but Alonso with the understeer out of the S's. And through goes Sam again. Oh, and it looks like Fetty is having some problems. Alonso moving out of the slipstream again, round the outside of the chicane. Sam kind of playing along with Alonso's rules here. Yeah, F1 fan also goes through, but McLaren not really making progress so far. Right now he's only in 5th in the championship. He won the sprint at China and took 5th in the race. He did not race at Melbourne. And the championship leader is Matt, 4 points ahead of Guillermo. Then we get Toaster in 3rd and Kato 4th position with just 1 second place. Yeah, but tied on points with F1 fan. Alonso is pulling a bit of a gap while Sam once again retakes the position against him. Oh, and there's a car gone off in the S's. That is Russell. I think we are going to have a safety car. We need to wait for the message. Rain is also coming out. What are the drivers going to fit? Safety car is deployed. So now we're gonna have to watch for the race leader Where is he? Kato in the pits. Kato's in the pits, of course. I'm going to have to watch over Nikhil's shoulder as well, as he just goes around the track pretty slowly and has to wait for Kato. But yeah, the French driver is certainly coming closer already to the safety car. Now there is going to be a queue forming behind it. Is Elcrack going to want to attack his teammate? He will have the opportunity maybe, if he does not mess it up. Then Matt is in P3 and will also have a chance again. Russell, the car is still stranded in the S section, as there's kind of a mess, but as long as everything is sorted out again, there won't be any penalties. Then Fede and Alonso will also catch up. I need to watch if the safety car is going too slowly or something. But it is still going to stay out. I've told it to speed up a little bit. Just so that the drivers don't get alongside each other as easily. But the Ferrari is really following it tightly. And yeah, I think we got one car still kind of chasing the others. It is Pedo. The safety car is going to be in this lap. It is going to be Kato's responsibility once again to do the restart. Let's see if he can nail it as much as he did. Wow. What's that? Who's gone through there? Yeah, the race is on again. That is Pedo passing all of them. What on earth? I don't know. He caught up to the queue before the restart, and now he's fallen back again. Fede F1 has taken second place. The race is on again. At Suzuka, we still are in soaking wet conditions as Fede passes Kato for P1. At Spoon with an amazing move. Kato also kind of going wide though. Then we got Matt trying to pass him around the outside of the chicane, but that's nearly impossible. Kato still in P3. Elcrack not with the best restart either. It's falling apart for Ferrari in these stages. Kato trying to hold on around the outside of the Dunlop curve, but that's a difficult task. Oh yeah, he did not lose any momentum there. Then Alonso and Sam. Sam now goes up to 4th position. Elcrack in his first safety car restart in this league. Down to P7 for now. F1 fan still in the thick of it. And Kato's passed again for the lead. Wow, Fede's gone down. Wow, Fede's still going down. Fede is in P5 now. Oh, and pushes Elcrack to the inside of turn 7 there. F1 gets caught up on the grass. They are now fighting for 4th. The McLaren is finally making some good chunk of progress. And now it is the French battle for P1, 2 red cars as well. Ferrari at the front, Haas in P2. Kato going pretty defensive in turn 2, if that was on purpose. Now the rain disappears. What? Sam with a send into the hairpin? Matt was pretty pretty open to his teammate passing him there. But still, for second place, you wouldn't expect it, especially if Matt has just been fighting for the lead and proven his pace. Now they're gonna have to look that they don't get into each other's way. But Sam currently is looking really quick. Kato even more so though. 1.2 seconds, not too much. but it's already looking a bit different than the first laps after the restart. F1 fan still having to fight Fede. Fede keeps 4th, Elkrag goes through as well. Fede defending through these last corners. And on to lap 25 we go. Williams doing a nice job. He is orientated towards these two behind them, behind himself. And now onto the grass he goes. Once again he does. And Elkrag just up to 4th now. Down the inside at Spoon 2. Difficult move to pull off. Both cars go off the track. And Elkrag will complain about that one. The rest was a mistake by Fede himself. But still the Italian goes round the outside of the first 2 corners. If he can stay ahead now, that would be great. But it was just too much of a fantasy. An F1 fan stays in 4th. So Sam is now back in 3rd. Looks like the Hasses have sorted it out for now. These 3 still haven't. As Fede goes off at turn 18. The track is getting too narrow for them, as they try to make their cars really wide whenever they are in 4th position, defending from the others. F1 fans keeping it kind of cautious at this stage though. He might have learned that throughout this race. He didn't make progress too much so far. And right now it is still only 6th after all. Now they're also just kind of trailing each other, but also pushing each other onto the grass, as it seems, in turn 2. I'm not sure how that looked from Fede's onboard, but his gloves are, pretty off right now. An F1 fan goes through into 4th. He just, keeps benefiting off the others' mistakes and collisions. Is he able to keep that position finally as well now? As Elkrag goes for a move again and once again sees grass. Didn't exactly see the incident myself right now, so I can't tell. As the rain strikes again, that's something to expect. With 25% chance of rain. That means that every single event that changes the weather could be rain. Like every 4th one, of course, but yeah, the chance is almost 100% here. Yeah, Guillermo is not in the race. Matt is gonna have a nice lead in the championship as it stands. Kato might still be a contender if he takes this league seriously enough. It seems like the damage is working. He's not a big fan of that, especially not of medium damage. But we need something to maybe increase the chance of safety cars. And the damage is taken away or repaired again whenever you pit. Oh, there's still a Jaguar in the race. Pedo is in 8th, 32 seconds behind the others. I'm not exactly sure what happened at the restart there. Maybe it was just lag as well. But yeah, it looked pretty strange. Not a good day for Jaguar. They already did show pace, especially Smooth Operator at China taking 4th position. And they also looked quite good at Melbourne. Nadir finishing 6th there. And Majumdar, of course, with the podium, but he didn't race the first few laps, so yeah, he was slotted back to P7. And now it's a fight between Alonso and Fede. That's Alonso making progress. which he desperately needs in this race. His race has kind of died out. Or it's Fede falling back. And they go onto soft tires. Leaders go into the pit lane now. Cato getting rid of his wets, which were quite worn out already. Matt and Sam still following him. Reminds me of today's race, I must say, which was like a Formula 1 race, which was not the best, to be nice. But yeah, at least we see top 3 following each other. The gaps are pretty big now. I would say they were even closer together in real life. But yeah, these 3 look pretty solid right now. Elcrack seems to have taken 4th place for good as well. It's going to be the first big haul of points for Ferrari like ever in this league. They barely ever had 2 drivers at the very front. I remember Tsumis being good at Miami, but there was no Kato there. Not much Kato anyway last season. Van is in 5th position. He's still gonna have to keep an eye on Fede behind him. And Alonso is now 6 seconds back from these 2 again. And that's how it looks. Alcrack holds the fastest lap. I think there's still a point for that in this league. There is not in real life anymore. But it's not long left in the race anyway. Let's just take a look at what Kato is doing, how well he is driving. And it seems like he's still having fun, still pushing it on the fresh softs towards the end. Of course, you never know when the rain is going to come again or when it's going to dry up. So these races are pretty flat normally. Yeah, F1 is in P5 in the standings only. He missed 1 round. It could still change if the others also miss rounds. Matt, Guillermo, and Toaster. Toaster missing today's round, of course, and Guillermo too. Yeah. So he certainly is still in contention. But today, it's been difficult. Of course, with the issue in qualifying. But yeah, always kept falling back after winning some positions. Now it looks to be settled. Whoa, that's Pedo and Fede. Pedo's an entire lap behind him though. There should be blue flags in the race. Let's see. Maybe Alonso's also having fun at this point as they go side by side through the 2 diagonal corners. Oh, and now Kato actually appears in the picture. Now they're gonna have to make way for them, for him. Now where's the next one? Matt not past them yet. Wow, it's the final lap. Kato wins the Japanese Grand Prix. He's a 2-time winner in Formula 1 eSport. At the first race at Suzuka, towards the end, pretty much was like it was in real life. The league doing its job pretty nicely, but we had some chaotic moments with the rain, with the safety car. Fede said he crashed. What? Fede's down to P8? Oh, he crashed like internet wise. Fede out of the race. No points for Williams. I think just like it was at China. Crazy. Matt takes 2nd place and still keeps the championship lead quite clearly. And Sam makes it a double podium for Haas. What a job they're doing in this league. Podium on debut for Sam. I've never heard of him before, but maybe we will in the future. Elcrack 4th position and the fastest lap in his first race for Ferrari here. So these two teams scoring nice points versus McLaren. F1 fan only takes 5th, and yeah, the Papaya team still seems to be the one to beat. Yeah, let's see where Haas is and whether Cato is going to race often. Let's see if Ferrari's gonna get nice drivers, of course managed by Brasidas, who is also team principal of a HUE Racing team, so his teams do quite well. Then Alonso is in P6 now, after Fede, DNF'd towards the end. And Petto takes 7th position with not the best of performances and not the best of internets. But yeah, it's going to be points for all of them, I think, even though they DNF'd. Maybe not for a pigeon because he raced for too little. I think also Russell will get some. He crashed in the S section. Yeah, what a battle. It's the first French 1-2, maybe ever in any league. And it seems like La Marseillaise is also going to be played more often. Maybe not as much as the Spanish national anthem, but still, we're gonna see what happens when we go to Bahrain for round 4 of this championship. Join us when Formula 1 Esport returns. Matt extends his championship lead with 2nd place today over Guillermo, but now Cato is tied with the Spaniard for 2nd position. Toaster didn't race today, but still is in P4 for Lotus. Then we got F1 fan in P5, Pedo in 6th position, racing twice so far. Then Sam with the podium puts himself into 7th ahead of Elcrack, who took 4th. Smooth Operator took 4th last time, and Nadir goes down to P10. And Haas score big points along with Ferrari. Haas is in the championship lead, Ferrari in 3rd, McLaren still in between that. The rest is a lot further behind at the moment. Lotus not scoring any points today.